This is AGRONOM. It's an automation game set on Mars, all about producing resources, farming, growing, base building, etc. It's got a lot of elements. Now, we have got some sort of objectives up in the top left-hand corner, but as ever, I'll try and walk you through exactly what's happening. So, our entire automation is done through these little builder robots, which is kind of cool. We need to activate this one right here. This is the builder robot. Apparently, we need to rename it to, I don't know, builder robot. There we go. So, robot. Sure, that's good enough. There we go. So, we have got this robot right here, which is grand. We're going to be using it to sort of progress, well, whatever objective we're currently working on. We got some pointers from Gramps over here. I don't really want to do the tutorial, unfortunately, but it is unskippable. Let me show you around and see what we've got going on. So we need to build some electricity poles. This area over here is like our furnace, I suppose. This is where, well, it's a universal compartment, but there is a furnace component in it, which is going to allow us to craft resources. Now, the way that the automation is done is through this little interface here. This is an interface that pops up whenever you interact with any individual building in the game. So we need to, for example, set up a plan to produce 20 iron parts in the furnace. We literally just set this up. We type in whatever we want. We can change it to sort of infinite production if that's what we want. Aluminium parts as well, or aluminum parts. We also need to set up 10 for that as well. Produce 20 iron parts in the furnace. Yeah, fine. Produce 10 aluminium parts in the furnace. Great. So this is all automated, which means that the robots, if they have the resources, they should be able to come and deliver them and just undertake all of the crafting automatically, which is kind of cool, to be honest. So as you can see, iron ore is going to be deposited in here, and then this little guy over here, this is the worker robot, I guess. So I guess we'll rename you worker robot. And there we go. You're going to immediately get to work on crafting all of the different resources. Now, what else have we got going on? We got a little ore extractor over here. This ore extractor extracts iron. We don't have the ability to extract aluminium by ore extraction at the present moment, but as you can see, iron ore is just chilling over here. There is also an aluminium patch right over here, which I can mine manually, and I will probably have to do that in order to get the aluminium moved on over into the furnace. But I think for now, we'll maybe just mine a couple of bits of aluminium, and then we'll just put that into a chest. So what's that? 11, 12. I think that should be enough. Yeah, cool. All right, and then this is the biggest, most important building on the surface, I guess. On the heck is that down there? Ooh, that's a robot assembler down there. Well, we'll get to that in a little bit. This door is very confusing because you can't actually get in it. That's the door for robots. Either way, this is the big one, and there's a couple of interesting buildings in here which I want to show off. We have got a cooking station, much like the furnace. We can automate all of this. Absolutely, we can do that. We can only make alcohol at the moment from strawberries. We've got some simple containers over here. More on this in just a second. Another simple container that's empty. We have got a seed extractor, which is going to allow us to extract some seeds. And then here we have got, I would say, probably the heart of our station and the heart of our automation, as well as two additional robots. We've got a robot assistant and we've got a robot gardener. Now, on this side of the greenhouse, we have got some incubators, and on this side, we have got some garden beds. We also have an environment controller. Now, let me show you the automation. So if I click on the incubator panel here, we can say, hey, we want to grow some beetroot stems, and let's just say 64. Fine. We'll start growing 64. Also, as soon as I've got strawberry seeds in my inventory, so maybe I should have done strawberry seeds, but it doesn't particularly matter, because there we go, my robot has gone and done them. Each and every seed has got some different required conditions under which they will thrive and prosper. You can already see the growth is happening very, very quickly here. But, for example, the beetroot seed requires illumination to be bright. It also requires humidity and air to be set to a certain level. Temperature, there we go. It's all set in this little interface here. So, after the stems have been grown in the incubators, they are then taken across to the garden beds, and they're planted in the garden beds, which I have not yet set up an automation for, of course. So there we go. We go beetroot. We go 64. Great. And boom, we should have the robot gardener kicking into action and coming across and growing some beetroot for us. So that is how the automation works. Obviously, I'm just setting up a sort of case-by-case automation at the moment, but I think it's really kind of cool how you can do that on a, you know, on a little infrastructure by infrastructure basis, which is kind of nice. Right. What else have we got? I think that's pretty much it. There is also like a drone station over here. It's very, very satisfactory-esque. You see there's a big old drone on top of it. This will allow us to send resources to different places. We can also upgrade certain different buildings, but none of that really matters. Right, connect the robot assembler to the power grid. I think I need to go and yoink the resources from here. What are you guys doing? You just hanging around? That's fine. So, take all these aluminium parts. That's grand. And then, we're going to go into the build menu. We're going to go power pole. What do I need? Oh, I need some more aluminium parts. Where were these parts stored? Were they put into the simple container? Right there? Oh, these robots are so smart. They're so darn smart. Right, so... where are we going to place our power cable? Looks like there's already a line of power cables that go all across here. Let's go and have a little look. Let's go and have a little investigation and see what is going on. Yeah. Are you not already connected? Well, it may look like you're connected, but apparently you're not. So let's go here. Power cable wire. Can we go from here into the robot assembler here? I don't know why you just don't want to connect. Ah, figured it out. This isn't the robot assembler. The robot assembler is sneakily hiding right over there in the corner. Right, well, it's nighttime. That's fine. Let's get some power cable. We're going to drag the power cable from here. There we go. Excellent. And we'll drag it right on over here, building a few more thingies as we go. Great. And we'll be able to link right up to here, I hope. Let's do that there. Is that gonna link up automatically? I'm not entirely sure. Right, so we can manually construct this if we want to. I have got the resources on me. So what I'm gonna do... Oh, here comes my little builder robot. What I'm probably gonna do is build these manually, but if I put them in a chest, the robot builder would just go to town, which is kind of nice. Right, it's taken a little bit of time, but I think I've got all of the resources in the right place. So all I need to do is add some aluminium parts, and then hold to construct, and boom. Where does that leave us? We should have, I hope, full power production. And yet, we do not. How do I connect this then? Oh, there we go. Apparently it was just literally that simple. It's kind of difficult to see, like, where it hovers and connects, but hey-ho, we did it. We've got the robot assembler up and running. Now you can assemble some robots. No one's letting you build an army. Robots must not operate without AI inhibitors. Okay, fine. Right, we need to buy AI inhibitors from the cargo station. We need to order 4 of them, and then we need to take them from the cargo station, presumably to the robot assembler. So let's go back up and see if we can do that. I've also set up a reoccurring order in the furnace so that we will perpetually, I hope, have a supply of aluminium and iron parts. Now, the cargo station, we need to buy 4 of them. Now, at the moment, oh, there's some money in there to cover a few AI inhibitors. Great. Yeah, so this is the main terminal that we're in. If we want to send things somewhere else, we can send iron parts, for example, to Ares City. We can select the resources, send the drone, and then you can see what's in the city. In the shop, at the moment, we just need, what, 4 of these? Perfect. Add to cart. Brilliant. Buy. Amazing. Look at that. After buying, you need to request drone delivery, which I believe we can do through here. Send resources here. Send drone. Yeah, there we go. So it should come from the city. And now, if we have a little look at the drone above, it is going to fly over to the city, which is apparently over there somewhere. And in about a minute, I think, we should see some AI inhibitors arriving. Well, the drone is on its way back now. We're going to see if it's got any resources in it. Also, apparently this ore extractor is extracting aluminium ore. And it's just connected directly to a windmill. So there you go. Apparently we are extracting iron over there and aluminium over here, which is very, very nice. Let's get you down. Beautiful. Look at that. AI inhibitors at the cargo station. Love to see it. Let's get this objective checked off. Right. Next objective is to produce 5 coal in the industrial furnace. I still just want to really stress, when games give you a tutorial that they force you to play through, man, it bugs the absolute heck out of me. If there is a way to skip it, I wish I knew how, but alas, I can't. But, you know, the game seems fun and enjoyable enough to at least play through. Right, produce 5 coal. I'm going to do coal. We're going to set 10. Now, looks like the ingredient, let's set colony-wide, supplying colony, and let's set that to like 20. Sure, let's also set up steel parts. What do steel parts require? Steel parts require both of these, and we need to produce 10 steel parts. Great. And we'll set that to colony-wide as well. So, here's the thing. Coal is made from green mass. Green mass is a byproduct of pretty much everything that you farm. I will craft like 1 or 2, maybe, well, literally 1 bit manually. That's, oops, that's fine. I'll put it in my... There we go. I'll just put it into this container over here. But yeah, everything that is green mass, it comes from the farming. And in fact, here comes my robot, which I'm sure is going to be taking a whole bunch of green mass. Yep. Can I interact with you and see what you've got in your storage? Yeah, there you go. You got 60 green mass that is being delivered over there, which I kind of like, to be honest. I really like how farming is the absolute sort of core of this game. And in fact, I'm feeling like we probably want to try and maybe set up another little farming operation. Right, let's do beetroot stems. You know what? Maybe I'll set it to like 20 in the colony as well. This is they're multiples of 8, so you know, we'll set up for 24 in the colony. That's fine. Then we'll go across here. We'll set up beetroot 20, we'll say 24, and that will give us, there we go, you're already doing it, that will give us a nice little byproduct as well. So yeah, look at this, we got loads and loads of green mass that is actually already in storage, which is great. We got loads of beetroot seeds, plenty. We got beetroot stems that are now being added here. That's how quickly these things grow. Anything else that I want to do? Seed extractor might be worth us occasionally. I mean, we can only get strawberry seeds. Apparently, that's the only recipe that we have. I guess we just need to make sure that we always have 10 of these things in storage. I think we have 10 at the moment. No, we've only got 8. So we're going to extract some seeds from the strawberries. In fact, you know what? Let's do 16. So it's always the right number. All of this is happening, you know, all of this is happening in the foreground, and then in the background, I'm working away on all of my extraction tasks, which I think is kind of cool. Very, very good. It's all looking great. Do I want to set up some strawberry planting? I mean, maybe I do. Beetroot stems. Oh, look at these little boards up there. That's kind of cool. This is very cool. Look at you. This robot gardener is it's going hard. It's going real hard. I like it a lot. Right, let me head back down to here. In fact, actually, I'll take some iron ore with me, right? Yeah, take some iron ore with me. Beautiful. You were probably coming up here, to be fair. Yeah, you were probably... Oh, no, you're going to craft aluminium parts. I was going to say, one of these robots was probably going to be coming up here for iron, because we need just raw iron ore in order to combine with the coal in order to get steel, which I will absolutely take. What is it? Steel parts. That's the ticket. Output. Oh, no. Not quite, buddy. Not quite. Good try, though. Right, let's get this crafted. I know I'm intervening, I know I'm interrupting, but I'm actually not that bothered because I will just prioritize... What do we get? 2 steel? I'll prioritize my stuff, and then once I'm finished with this, we will leave it to the robots to do the rest of the automation. And there is our 10 steel. Beautiful. That is fantastic. That is 10 steel colony-wide. I'm thinking maybe I step that up to 20. Sure. I'll also leave... this all in here. I'll keep this. I'll keep this on me. Sure, I don't know why I've got the strawberry seeds, but that's alright. I think that's everything... I think that's everything that I need. Let's go and check out the robot assembler. We need to create 2 robot loaders. What is a robot loader? I guess we will find out. Robot loader. 5 steel parts and 1 AI inhibitor. Boom. Boom. Assemble robots, and we don't actually have to hold down. We just need to let the... Can we peek inside? I suspect that I suspect it's just gonna spawn in. I knew it. I knew that would happen. I knew that would happen. What's the point of putting up a sheath? I suppose I could have, by the way, set this number to 2 as opposed to doing it individually, but hey, you know what? We got ourselves a loader. What the heck does a robot loader do? I don't know. Robo Lodo number 1. There we go. And we can also pet all of these robots, which is kind of cool. My hand is despawned, but if you look at it, kind of funky, but that's fine. There we go. And whilst you're here, you can be Robo Lodo 2. Very nice. All right, what's next on Grandpappy's list? Set up a storage plan for 500 sand in the container. Set up a storage plan for 100 iron ore in the container. Sure. Needed for the greenhouse. Now, let's go and take a little look back up here. I don't know, by the way, there is a difference with the robots. So you've got robot gardeners, you've got robot loaders, etc. Robot workers. But I don't really understand the difference. They all basically seem to do the same thing. This over here is our sand extraction operation. So we got sand and we've got sand. Now, I need to set up a storage plan for iron ore in the container. I mean, it doesn't say the container. But I mean, could I just build a regular container anywhere? I mean, I think I need to build these actually inside, but if I was to do... I mean, if I was to do this here, for example, use this simple container, set up a storage plan, desired stock, that's it, iron ore, 100 iron ore, accept, nice, that's what we want, and then we also want to accept sand, 500, accept. It's just that simple, and then I presume the loaders that I've just built will come up and help with this operation. I guess we'll see. We'll complete that. You've got to build a hub interface. Those tall antennas. That is these things. They are a hub interface. And if we click on them, you can see like a little sort of top-down view of the map. Oh, are you my loader? You're supplying a container, but you're my builder. Don't know what the loaders do. Still don't know what still don't know what the loaders do. Right. Okay. Buildings, robots, plus it all shows up on the map. Yes, indeed it does. And my robo-lodos, they're not doing very much. They're just chilling there. They're just chilling. They're just chilling in the air. They love chilling in the air. That's a-okay. I don't know how they're going to charge up, actually. That might be something to see. There must be a robot charging station somewhere. I don't know where. But hey-ho. Right, start building the greenhouse right away. It can't be priced freely. It attaches to the airlock compartment. Attach a greenhouse to it. Fine. I will do just that. So, we go into build. We go into compartments. Aha! This is a big one. This is a big one. An enclosed hangar for industrial buildings and garden beds? Garden beds, I think, is what you mean, video game. Now, I think it will attach onto the back here, maybe? I don't know. It said it attaches to the airlock compartments. I kind of figured the airlock compartments... This is the airlock compartment right here. So maybe it's Maybe it's somewhere else? Maybe we attach it around here? Maybe I need to build an airlock compartment. Do I need to build an airlock compartment? I don't think so. Let me read what Grandpappy said again. Find a free attachment. Okay, so... Right, so it's not this one. So that's already a greenhouse attachment there. This is a universal compartment that is a constructor, which currently doesn't do anything. But what about to the back of this? Would that work? Only one way to find out. Yeah, so the tutorial is, I would say, not overwhelmingly good at describing exactly what needs to be done, and also not exactly skippable, which really just grinds my gears. Is that an airlock compartment? I think that's an airlock compartment. So that's just a non-airlock compartment, whereas that's an airlock compartment. Right, so this is an airlock compartment, even though they look very, very similar. That's a funky looking solar panel. Nice. Okay, well, at least we know this is where it's going to be built now. Great. Hallelujah. We got it. Okay, great. Get it placed. Create 3 robot workers. Dismantle a robot worker. They'll help with production. If you're short on inhibitors, you can dismantle a gardener. I don't want to dismantle a gardener, though. I like the gardeners. Right, so we should start to see all of the... Yeah, I will use the statistics menu to find things. Yeah, we should start to have all of these resources moved over here. Stuff like a water pump, glass, and concrete, though. I don't think that I have... I don't think I have the ability to do that. I mean, I must have the ability to make them somewhere. Is it the industrial furnace over here? It's not the industrial furnace over here. Take all. Also, oh, robots crafting. Oh, everybody's crafting. Is that my robot? That's my Robo-Lodo. Looking good, pal. Looking good. Yeah, we must have the ability to... We must have the ability to make it somewhere. Or, alternatively, we might need to buy it from the shop. Let's go and check out what it takes to create 3 robot workers. Dismantle 1 robot gardener. I don't want to dismantle 1 robot gardener. He's doing a fine job. Right. Robot worker. Set 3 of these. We've already got our 2 inhibitors in there. I'll add my aluminium parts. We can't assemble the robot. I wonder if they will auto-supply to this area if I sort of set the rough objective. I guess we'll find out. I need to come back with some iron components, iron parts, and some aluminium parts. Are you taking sand to where you need to go? Supplying container, Robo-Lodo. Great, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. That's what we like to see. Gathering items for greenhouse. Perfect. So yeah, if you're gathering items for the greenhouse, I might be able to... I was going to say, I might be able to yoink some iron parts here. I don't need that many, actually. So let's just get as many as we possibly can whilst we're here. Well, if it's 16 parts, then it's... You jerk! You jerk! I want them. Make your own. Make your own. I just made all of those gosh darn things. Right, you're not the gardener, though. You're a robot assistant. The gardener is still gardening, presumably. Sort that. It's looking pretty darn good. How many resources do I have in here? Not 500. That is for sure. That is for sure. Right, where's the... This is why we have a map, right? Gardener robots is here. Right? Which is where? Where did you go? Sulfur ore. Okay, that's interesting. No, that's me, apparently. That's the gardener robots, and you're round the back of the... You're round the back of here. Is that correct? What the heck are you doing over here? Deactivates? Sure, that seems almost cruel, to be honest. Well, we're gonna need to pick it up, and... Oh, excuse me, can I pick you up? Interact. No, I can't. Why can't I pick you up? There we go. Yeah, so sometimes key presses don't work. Yeah, there we go. Finally, after 3 clicks there. We need to manually drag it down to the assembler, which feels like a real shame. Yeah, but that's okay. It's okay. We'll do it for the sake of progress. Still don't know if I've got enough components, but I mean, I need to figure out how we get concrete. I need to figure out how we get the other stuff. Right, let's put you drop. There we go. So, disassemble robots. Oh, so cruel. So cruel. But there you go. That's it. Dismantle 1 robot gardener. It's gone. Sorry. Robot workers. Yeah, we build 3 of these suckers. And output goes into input. That goes into there. That goes into there. I think that is enough. Assemble robot. And yeah, let's get 3 robots here. Well, my 3 robot workers have just finished being created, and they've just spread their wings and... Yes, headed on out into the world. Right, build a furnace, add an additional ore extractor, produce 50 glass in the furnace, produce 100 iron parts in the furnace, produce 100 concrete in the furnace, produce 8 water pumps in the constructor. Great. So, that means that now we can actually build stuff in the constructor. And the constructor, is it this one? I think it's this one, right? Yeah. No, this is the industrial furnace. But the glass is in the industrial furnace, so that's good. Let's set this up as glass, what is it, 50? 50, we'll just say supply in colony. Seems like a good idea. Is that everything that we need to get done here? Yeah, I think it is. Anything in this supply container that I really want to take out? No. That's fine. Yeah, so that's glass in the furnace, iron parts in the furnace. That's all happening up there. Produce 100 concrete in the constructor. Yeah, where was the constructor? It was over in this one, wasn't it? Yeah, let's go and head up there and get that. Also, is this sand over here? I'm not quite sure what this resource is. It's ice. Okay, that's new. I don't know what we're currently doing with ice in our operation. I imagine turning it into water, obviously, but I'm not sure. Water pump, great that we can finally craft water pumps. What do we need? 8 water pumps. Let's set it up like so. Say supply and colony for good measure. And 100 concrete. Yep. Do 100. You know what? I don't even want any. I'll just make it a one-time. I'll make it a one-time deal. It's literally just sand for concrete, and it is iron parts and aluminium parts for a water pump. There's quite a lot of robots zipping around now. Quite a lot of robots. Build an additional ore extractor. Where do I need to build an additional ore extractor? Let's have a little look. Production. Oh, now I've got access to a whole bunch of these things. Can I... There we go. So what is this? This is sulfur. We know that's sulfur. That's obviously iron. This is aluminium over here. Is there any other sort of source that I'm particularly interested in getting access to? I mean, what's this? I think iron, honestly. I think iron. That's good. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's also set... Ooh, we got the ability to build a windmill now. That's great. So, clicking on here. And then clicking on here. Will that do it? Can we... Does that work? Click to here. Can we pre... I don't know if we can pre-click. It doesn't actually matter, though, because the great thing about this game is that I don't have to worry about any of this stuff. It's just gonna... I mean, I'll have to worry about connecting up to the power network, but it looks like we can't do that quite yet anyway. The great thing is that it's all happening. For example, we've already produced a bunch of water pumps. We have not produced any concrete yet, but we've started producing iron parts. That's great. Sand, I'm sure we'll start going with that as well in just a little bit. Furnace and an additional ore extractor. Do I want to build an additional furnace over here? Oh, we can now do coal. Ah, we can do coal in a normal furnace as well as an industrial furnace. What is the difference? I have no idea. No idea at all. We need to build another furnace. This is going to go right in here. And we need some parts. Well, we're in the best place to get those parts. I will add all of the parts to the... There we go. Add all the parts there. Great. Now let's all get to production together. Exactly. I will set this iron parts colony-wide 100. Beautiful. I think that's all that we really want to worry about here. Sand. I mean, I made a bit of a... It's a bit of a problem because I've added all of the sand to go in here, which is a little bit of an inconvenience, to be honest with you. Priority. Let's put this on low priority so that we don't have to worry about the sand being stored here before going out. Yeah, let's not worry about that. Also, you know what? I can manually just drag this sand across because I mean robots are good, but they can't construct in overly large quantities. Let's set this to be glass. Let's set glass at what is it? 50 glass colony wide. Yep, that's fine. Let's add that all in there. I will take resources out of the outputs. And how long does glass take to craft? A middlingly long period of time. I might as well start the process here manually. And what do you know, I've manually produced 50 glass in the furnace because clearly my robots are busy doing something better. So I will take the glass because I made most of it. Well, in fact, no, I made all of it. These robots have just moved it somewhere else. The greenhouse is still being built. 100 concrete in the constructor. Yeah, I've got some sand on me. I wonder... Yeah, you're gonna come in here. Gathering items for greenhouse. Good. What are you adding? Yeah, okay. You know what? Remove the 8 water pumps there. I actually don't care. Concrete is probably the more pressing priority, and concrete is unbelievably easy to build. So... I'm going to start the process, again, of concrete. I don't know what the heck my robots are doing. Probably trying to make water pumps and whatnot. Oh, there we go. We produced 100 iron parts. Very nice. So what is that? Glass, iron, and water pumps all taken care of. But what I really need is for them to flippin' start automating the gosh darn concrete, because I do not want to make 100 concrete all by myself. Instead, what I would like to do is... I'll leave that in there for now. What I would like to do... Anything in here? Iron parts? I'll yoink that. Yeah, what I would like to do whilst I am up here is build this. Because again, I don't know where the robots are going. They're off doing something else. I don't care. Add all the components to here. I will construct this manually. Great. We'll get that additional ore extractor checked off. We'll get that added. We'll get that added. Probably the most unnecessary, you know, additional pylon in the history of additional pylons. But, right. Ore extractor to here. See, this just doesn't... Does it just work without me? Does it just work without a connection? It doesn't look... It looks like it... Okay, you need to connect up to the little blue thing. But that is not obvious. That is really not obvious. Right, well, we deconstruct that pole. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's not like we lose anything. We've got resources coming through here. Great. We're happy with that. Extraction speed is 0.237/TU. What the heck does TU mean? Per tick? Per day? Per second? I have no idea. Right, you better be. You're gonna recharge. Ooh. How do you... Ah! A robot charging station. I walked past this many, many times. Oh, they make cute little noises when recharging. To be fair, they do look adorable. Builder robot. There we go. Right. I mean, the only thing that we need... The only thing that we flippin' need is concrete for this greenhouse. What the heck are you guys doing? Why are you all just accumulating over here? What are you doing? Yes? Oh, gathering items for glass. Is all the sand going to the glass in the industrial furnace down here? It might be. I guess that's the problem with colony-wide stats and numbers, right? Yeah, I would imagine so, because glass is currently set at that. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Get rid of it all. We don't need any of it. It'll be useful for the future, but not for now. Yeah, let's not sweat the small stuff. The industrial furnace. So yeah, literally the only thing that we can make in the industrial furnace that we can't make in a regular furnace is the steel parts. That's fine. That's absolutely fine as long as we know now. I don't think there should be any other distractions for my robots to get to work with. We should start seeing that number of concrete bits and bobs increase. I have got glass on me. There we go. Item was added. Perfect. Now it's just about concrete. I'm gonna watch these robots like a flippin' hawk to make sure that they're actually doing the right thing. Because honestly, I'm not entirely convinced they are. Oh, good. This is good. Crafting concrete. Yes, this is what we want to see. Is there anybody already in here? No, nobody's in here. Anybody else taking resources over here? I see. No, that's not a robot. That's fine. Well, we got some sand. That's better than nothing. We're making concrete, baby. That is a start. Very, very good indeed. Well, there's definitely a lot of activity happening around the crafter now. Builder robot is just chilling around here. But everybody else is doing something useful, which is good. These loader robots look cool as heck, by the way. They look really, really good. Yep, and I can, of course, help out if I want to speed up the speed of crafting. We're up to 62 out of 100 bits of concrete. Yeah, what it was, I think, I don't know how the priority system in this game works. But what I can say is that when I had resources being stored or desired to be stored in the simple container, even though priority was low, it looks like sand, etc. was still being diverted over here, and that's not exactly what I wanted to happen. I wanted this to be the sort of storage container of last resort. Like if you know, if it wasn't going to be used in any production process, then, you know, store it there. Didn't really end up working out like that. So let's, yeah, we don't need that. That's ice. Let's go and check out what's happening over here with sand. What the heck are you? Aluminium parts. Okay, so I guess somebody's orders were changed, or I supplied stuff manually. Something happened. Something changed. Yeah. See, this is just not good enough. Like, we can't have sand. I mean, these things are literally maxed out. I mean, that should be emptied. So I don't know if there's like a way for me to say, hey, just supply sand. Supply sand over. I mean, maybe I'll set sand as a filter up on this chest over here. But I still don't know why. I still don't know how the priority system works. It's a mystery to me. So yeah, where is it? Right in here. Great. We'll say desired sand 100. Accept. Sand. Low priority. Sure. And then we just have to hope. And then I add all of this in here. And then, yet again, it'll be me that does some of the crafting, which is a little bit annoying, but it's okay. If it gets us closer to that greenhouse being built, it will be worth it. Well, the plot thickens, because sometimes I see robots deciding to deliver to... There we go. I will take them manually, I guess. Sometimes I see robots delivering to the containers. Other times I see them directly delivering into the constructor. So I'm not exactly sure how it works. But you know what? Doesn't really matter. I'm sure that can be worked out getting close to launch. I should say, by the way, it's probably very, very obvious down in the bottom right-hand side of the screen right now. This is a playtest version. It's an early build of the game. There we go. Let's build this. I'm not even going to leave the robots to do it because they will take a little while before coming over here. So let me do the greenhouse. Hallelujah. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Build the greenhouse. Get it finished. Fantastic. Let's start outfitting this greenhouse step by step. Building incubators. Really? I've already got a whole greenhouse. Why do I need to build another one? Why do I need to build another one? Okay, good. Right, so, in order to build a greenhouse, I need this. I need, what, 4? Do I need 4 incubators? Yeah, I need to build an additional 4 incubators. But the good news is, I think, if I add... Yeah, I mean, I'll need to set up the production chains for all of these, which is fine. Produce 4 water pumps? Okay, don't know where that's gonna be. Yeah, really not sure about that. Refilling water? Ah, I see. Okay. Oh, the water pumps are are just built in the constructor. That's fine. That's pretty easy. Producing the 60 iron parts, honestly, probably not even required. I think that I will have the iron parts for what we need. Concrete, we should still be building a little bit of concrete. I'm going to say water pumps. Just produce 4 of them. I'm going to say get rid of that as well. So stop building concrete, but we will still continue to supply this chest with sand so that we will have a whole bunch of parts ready to go at a moment's notice. But the incubators, they should all have components here. So you are going to, yep, gather items for the incubator, which is great. You're crafting glass still for 50 colony wide. We must be pretty darn close to 50 colony wide. Yeah, we actually are. So let's tone that down just a little bit and say 32 colony wide, because I know that we definitely have that. So that's great. I'll yoink those out of there. I'll stick them into the circulation in the colony, so that's fine. I say that we definitely have that. Let's just make absolutely certain so that no more time is wasted on this sort of stuff. Right. We've already built an additional 2 of those incubators, which is great. So that means that the pumps that we have already produced, we're now producing iron parts. That's great. 16 sand, the water pumps. Yeah, so the water pumps will be... Thank you. The water pumps will be the things that I need to... Take all this. That I think that I need to focus on. Not because we don't have them, but just because we've already built 3 of them, and therefore... What the heck are you? 20 sand. 20 sand. If they're... Is everybody just dropping their sand on the floor? Is that why none of it got into the... Is that why none of it got to the actual building? To be fair, that was probably when I eliminated concrete from the menu, wasn't it? I suspect it was. Right, let's craft these water pumps. Not only does it actually, achieve our objective, but it gets us closer to where we need to be. The 60 iron parts, I'm pretty sure that'll just be done by, by itself. And then if we just let the robots deliver the water pumps, then I think we'll be fine. Good. Very, very good indeed. You're scavenging. What are you scavenging for? I hope you're scavenging for resources that have been dropped on the floor by your fellow robots. Embarrassingly so. Right, let's wait for the water pumps to be delivered and for the 60 iron parts to be produced. And then let's see what's next. And I think that is it. Lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, good, but let's pick up the pace. Rusty faster, now build garden beds. Are you freaking joking me here, honestly? Right, the water pumps, we will just queue up. The iron parts, we'll already be in the process of building more of them. I just need to make sure that I go and set water pump. Good. To 4. Great. Get that automated. Fantastic. Yeah, what I need to do is just go and zone them in the greenhouse. Honestly, I feel like I spend more time running around this gosh darn sort of playable area than I do actually building stuff. My poor little robots as well, they're going like... They're just going everywhere all the time. Right, okay. Building. And where are you? This is what I'm after. Good. There. There. And... there. So, what do we need? We need iron parts, we need sand, and we need a water pump as well. So, we actually have all of those components already in storage. And in fact, I think the way... I mean, with the exception of the water pumps, which we are going to be building up here right now, I think we should be able to get that done fairly sharpish. Yeah. What do you got? You've got a water pump, you've got 4 sand. Bit rogue to be carrying just 4 sand around, but it's fine. And we're already clearly producing the water pumps as well. Nice. It's definitely coming together, that's for sure. And then one more water pump as well. I'll hold to craft. Boom. Well, that's really good. And yeah, as I say, we now are in a position where we guarantee we got a lot of sand in that chest, which is pretty darn great, if you ask me. I will go and just check out the iron ore operation, mostly because I think we probably have hit our... Oh, maybe we haven't hit our colony cap of iron ore. There we go. I'll add more to the mix. Yeah, maybe we haven't hit our cap. If we have not, then I guess we can just produce up to 40 iron parts right now, which I will very, very happily do. Hopefully with the help of my robot friend, who is helping me build faster. Nice. And that's going to be those additional garden beds just done. That was really quite quick. So I feel like there is a real opportunity here to get some really, really, really sort of like heavy automation, quick automation. Feels really good. Okay. While you're running things on my farm, could you prepare a few jars of preserved vegetables? Finally, we get down to actual business. I sent you the the multi-cooker schematic. You hear that? That's not good. I'm gonna try reloading real quick. All right, the noise has stopped. So a multi-cooker. I presume that's a internal component. Yeah, it is. I mean, there's nothing stopping us from building it here, for example, in this thing. And honestly, that's kind of where I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, let's build you right here. Get that placed. We don't have electric motors. We'll be assembling them for a week. Don't worry. Apparently, I'm gonna be doing it. Yeah, we're gonna unlock a license for an electric motor, and oh, we're gonna unlock some money. So I guess I need to buy them at the cargo station. That's cool. I'm happy with that. And that's also gonna allow me to hopefully get... Do we even have any glass? I don't know if we have any... Oh yeah, we definitely do have glass. It's all already there. Holy cow, that was really, really quick. So when my robots don't have anything to do, so if they've done all of their production quotas for the day, great. But if they do have something to do, it takes a while. But if not, then it actually does work. It works pretty darn well. Right, let's get 2 electric motors. Great, we'll get that bought. Main terminal, we do select resources here. Send drone from city. Great. And we'll, whatever it is, wait the 1 minute needed to get these resources moved over to me. And the drone deposits its resources just into the cargo station. Very, very nice indeed. Let's get that checked off. Boom. Build this flippin' multi-cooker. Let's go. So yeah, definitely skippable tutorial. Please skippable tutorial. I mean, this is, I mean, I just don't need this. I just don't need this level of in-depth walkthrough. But I will say I'm really enjoying what I see here. It feels pretty darn good. I really like this sort of like little robot automation. I think that's pretty darn sick. Right, collect tomato seeds from the tomato station. Collect pepper seeds and collect strawberry seeds. Ooh, so what can we make here? We can make alcohol, sugar, vinegar, and vegetable rag out. Okay, or ragu? Is that ragu? I'm not sure. Right, let's go and nab the seeds. Where do we want to grow the different vegetables, I wonder? Where do we want to grow them? Yeah, yoink. Oh, they're all in the city? Are you kidding me? Might have to send a drone to go and get them. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to send a drone. This jerk couldn't pay to send his own flippin' drone to me. Okay, select resources. Select them all. I mean, yeah, literally them all, right? Good. Send drone. And yeah, we now need to wait. Could you not have just sent the... Could you not have sent the seeds before? I mean, what's the point of waiting around for another minute? I mean, it won't matter for you watching at home, but... Why am I doing this? Well, the seeds have been secured. They're in my inventory. That is great. Let me guess. Oh, we need a few more robot gardeners to speed things up. Really? Really? You want me to re-piece back together the robot gardener? If I need the... So the robot... Flipping robot builder, man. The robot builder is... over there. And then 2 robot workers we need to take apart as well, right? So... let's do... You're a robot. You're a robot assistant. You're a robot loader. Where's the worker? I think the worker... Yeah, the worker is in here. It seems fairly... Yeah, it seems fairly inefficient to just be disassembling and then reassembling all of these robots. I guess there's no real cost penalty to it, but sure. Well, there goes the 3rd robot that I have disassembled. Yes, sacrificed so that your brothers and sisters, the gardener robots, may live. There we go. What do we need? Literally just that. Okay, we set that number to 3. That's good. We assemble the robots. And then we wait. Again, we wait. I mean, there seems to me absolutely no reason why there needs to be so much walking around. I mean, why the heck is this... I mean, literally, why the heck is this robot assembler so darn far away from everything else? Like, stick it in the middle of the hill. Why are these buildings so far away from these buildings? I don't know. Why do I have to have such a sort of aggressively prescribed... I mean, look at all these quests. I didn't even say this at the start, right? So when I started the video, I was like here in the quests. So I'd already done like 12, then continued to do like another, whatever that is, 13. Finally, this is what I would consider a good objective. So we don't actually get told exactly what to do. All we get told is, hey, we need to produce 64 vinegar, grow 192 tomatoes, 380 peppers, 120 vegetables, etc. Don't worry. We'll do it. We'll do it. Great. Fantastic. Gramps, we're on it. We are on it. Finally. Oh boy. After all that time, we finally got to what I think is the core gameplay mechanic of this game, which is growing vegetables in an automated fashion. Right, let's go and have a little look. What do we need? What do we want to grow? We would like to grow tomatoes and peppers here. Tomatoes will do... What's half of 192? It's basically 100. That's 1,000. Grow 100 tomatoes in there. Grow 100 tomato stems in here. There we go. I wonder what the... I don't actually know what the... Hold on. Oh, I'm going to put these in a chest. Is there a chest? Yeah, it's a chest right here. So, tomato seeds, tomato seeds. Let's get that all in there. Let's see what... I bet if we look on the map right now... Yep, there we go. We got a train of gardeners that are coming out this way. That's fine. I would like to... I'll plant one manually just because I need to check something. I need to check... there we go. Good. I need to check what you need. You need light, warm, and wet. Light. And then warm and wet. So that will enable... That will enable these. Plant is not irrigated. We need to hold down the space bar to irrigate. That's fine. You've arrived just a smidgen too late, but that's okay. And then what about peppers? What about peppers? You need bright, comfort, and high. I mean, am I really that bothered about... I mean, there will be a difference. There we go. Make sure this is chili, pepper. What do we need? 300 peppers. So we'll set this to 200. Yeah. Set that to 200. Set this to 200. Pepper stems. 200. That's good. Then I will put these in the chest here. There we go. So I still need to go back up with strawberry. And to be fair, why am I doing... I should do the peppers. I should do the peppers separately. I should do the peppers in their own greenhouse up at the top. I mean, I don't think it really matters. Well, we'll see. All right, then we go here. What am I looking for? Tomatoes. Yep. We set that to 100. Great. We set this to 100. Great. Peppers. We're going to set peppers to here. And we set this to 200. And then we set this to 200. Where is it? Peppers. 200. So, is that pretty much it? I mean, I think it's better. I mean, it's almost certainly better having everything sort of self-contained in this area. I mean, if it's possible, I'd kind of like to place... Yeah, I don't think I can. I'd love to place another storage bin literally in the center of the room so that my robots didn't even have to go that far. But I don't think that's really possible. We should, as part of this process, just get a whole bunch of seeds out of here. No, we shouldn't get... I don't know. Actually, I don't know if we're going to get seeds. We'll get a whole bunch of peppers. And if we need to turn the peppers... If we need to turn the peppers or tomatoes into seeds, then we will. But this is looking good. This is looking real good. And if I look at my menu, what do we unlock? We unlock the blueprint for plastic. We unlock the blueprint for starch and the blueprint for a battery, as well as sulfuric acid. Oh, look at this. We got loads of stuff. We get absolutely tons of stuff. Airlock compartment, a universal compartment, a hub, a license for a cucumber seed. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need. So, pepper seeds, tomatoes. I guess I didn't actually think about how many pepper stems we would actually need to produce peppers, because each stem is probably going to produce more than one pepper, which... Hey, look, if I end up overproducing seeds, etc., then that's a great position to be in. Look at this. This is looking great. This is looking great. See, I feel like when you can actually play, you know, elements of this game, instead of just running around doing silly little resupply missions, it's great. It's really, really good. I've grown a heck of a lot of tomatoes there. That is fantastic. And yeah, we definitely do get some tomato seeds as a sort of byproduct here, but not enough to sort of keep the momentum going. But we've got tomato stems that we're waiting to be planted. So we've clearly, like, overgrown... Well, we've not overgrown the number of tomato stems that we've got. It just so happens that... yeah, I should have pointed this out. Each and every time you harvest... I mean, I can harvest manually here, right? So if I harvest... There we go. Look at that. If I harvest the peppers here, then I will get another... there we go. There we go. I will get another go of them. So I'll irrigate, and then they will grow again, which is lovely. Wonderful. And in fact, we got 64 peppers from literally just that cycle, I think. So, no. I only got 32 peppers from that. It must have been harvested over here. Either way, it doesn't particularly matter. The point is that I get multiple growths from multiple plants, and then when we harvest here, I get the green mass as well. So yeah, that's looking good. Make sure that's irrigated. I mean, the robots do everything. They do the irrigation, they do the harvesting, they do the collection. I really like the fact that they can do so much. I think that is really good. I need to go over to... Yep, thank you. There we go. And harvest you. Get all the green mass. Great. And what do you know? We got lots of peppers. Amazing. And we get loads and loads of seeds. Which... Is that enough? Is that enough to keep a perpetual sort of cycle going? I don't know. But yeah, we've got loads of tomato stems. We've got some pepper stems as well. I'll put these in here for good measure. Nice. I will... What do I want to do? I want to go over to... Maybe I should have built the multicooker down there. I suppose I could still disassemble it and then just move it. That might not actually be the craziest thing in the world. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to put it into that little slot, though. Oh, screw it. I feel like we need to try. So, deconstruct mode. Deconstruct this multi-cooker because we'll get it all back. And look, even if we can't build it in this airlock component, we're going to build it in that universal component so that the thingies don't have to go that far. The robots don't have to go that far to resupply because, of course, there's water pump and sand. A water pump is super valuable. Why are you leaving that out? Yeah, because now we've got fewer workers to do all of my moving around. Hey, look at that. It's perfect. We can make it fit. I did see it go green. I did. Although now I'm... Oh, now I'm doubting myself, but there we go. Hold to construct. Yes, please. Multi-cooker. Love to see it. So, vinegar is made from alcohol and sugar. Alcohol is what is required for the strawberries. Right. Gotcha. That's fine, though. Ragu. Sugar is made from beetroot. So, I think alcohol and sugar we're going to make up there. We're also going to set some more growing stuff up. But we're going to say 64 vinegar. Yep. And 128 vegetable ragout. I don't even know how you say it. But yeah. So that's fine. We're going to add all these in here. We're going to keep the strawberries. And we're going to go and head back up to the other greenhouse. So, in an ideal world, right, I don't want to be moving too many resources between here and there. We want to be moving an absolute minimum. So, we do not have the ability to do a multi-cooker, but we have a simple cooking station. And the simple cooking station can't deal with rag out or whatever it is. Let's say 64 alcohol. Colony-wide. Sugar, let's say 64 sugar as well. Colony-wide. There we go. We've grown the tomatoes. That's fantastic. Seeds, we don't need seeds. I've got loads and loads of beetroot here. That's really good. You're going to start going to town on that. Fantastic. You can start making whatever it is that you want. The alcohol for the vinegar. And actually, we can make the vinegar here as well. I don't know why we didn't want to make the vinegar here. But we're not going to make the vinegar here. I think I set it down there, so I'll leave it down there. It doesn't really matter, whatever. Right, so what we want to do here is we want to have growing list, strawberry stem, 64. Actually, no, not even, to be honest. Let's say 16, colony-wide. Yep. We'll say 16... nope, that's peppers. 16 colony-wide. Perfect. Get that set up. And I'm sure we're going to start to see... Yep, there we go. Some gardeners come up here, which is great. We're going to go strawberry. I don't know, 64 colony-wide. Yeah, so we've got a perpetual source of strawberries here. Go. Good. Colony-wide. I know it's not going to be optimal because in an ideal world, we want an individual greenhouse to be dealing with an individual fruit or vegetable, but we're going to set up a beetroot stem. We're going to say 32, colony-wide. Beetroot stem, 32, colony-wide. Great. And then the same over here. We want to have beetroot. We're going to say 64. Colony-wide. And 64. Colony-wide. Nice. Okay. So, pepper-wise, we're growing them fast, actually. We're growing them really fast. Strawberry seeds, I think I need to deposit into this chest over here. That will allow them to be made. I think, yep, we are making sugar at a great rate, in fact. A really, really good rate. Don't know if any of the resources have been delivered down south to the multi cooker, but we'll get there soon, so I'm not worried about that. That's looking real good. Beetroot in the ground. Nothing in the ground over here. Why not? Do we not have enough beetroot seeds? Strawberries are in the ground. Over there, over there. Beetroot seeds are now in the ground. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Very, very happy with that. The beetroot is a bonus. Also, I'm thinking maybe I disassemble this. Also, we can upgrade chests and stuff. I don't think we can upgrade, yeah, this building. Ooh, strawberry seeds. I did get some strawberry seeds, didn't I? There we go. Throw them into there. Yeah, we got plenty. We've got an absolute abundance of resources, to be honest with you. This has got 64 beetroots across the whole colony. And I think it counts these beetroots here. I will also help to craft so that we can get some more progress. Oh, look at that. The vinegar has already started being made. Marvelous. Marvelous, marvelous. Right. Well, I don't think that there is anything else to do immediately now. I mean, there's the beetroot, obviously, into the sugar. There's the strawberries into the alcohol. And I think the thing that we're going to be waiting for is most certainly the strawberries to just finish their growth cycle. Are there any strawberries in the ground yet? Nope, no strawberries in the ground here or in the ground over here. But tell you what, these are ready to rock and roll. How many gardeners do I have here? I've got 2 gardeners here. I hope they're not constantly going back and forth between all of the different places. You're collecting plants. I presume you're collecting. I presume you're going to collect the strawberries and start to grow the strawberries, because that's what we really, really need at a time like this. It's not the stems. It's the strawberries. Come on. Yes. Yes, perfect. Brilliant. Well, I've been going at this for like, honestly, maybe 20 minutes. There are some crazy efficiencies that need to be worked out. The biggest flipping problem is that my gardeners, quite literally, I mean, every one of them just seems to spend the vast majority of their time going between the greenhouse over here and the greenhouse over here. I mean, literally all 3 of them. You can see them right now, all the green-colored ones. They're literally all in transit. So, meanwhile, in this greenhouse, all of these strawberries are waiting to be harvested. These strawberries are waiting to be watered, irrigated. These stems need to be planted from seeds. There we go. Literally just done right there. These need to be planted. There we go. You're going to collect the plants. Fantastic. You're going to stick them into the container over there, which is lovely. And then you're going to come back in here. And you're going to harvest or plant some beetroots, which is good. I'm not going to interrupt. Oh, look, here's another friend. Here's another friend now. Great. Looking good. And you're literally right. You're going to head right back. And I don't even think... I can't even see because stupid robots running too fast. I don't even think you're taking anything with you. You're literally not taking it. Oh, look, here. Look, so that's 2 outside. 2 out of my 3 are just, like, dancing around outside. And we have only 1 actually doing any of the planting. And all of the other robots are just standing around because they obviously can't do any gardening abilities. The loader, as soon as the loader and the other assistant one, they seem to be pretty good. You know, the cooking station, you know, we're actually making stuff here. Whenever I've got strawberries, that's good. We're making vinegar. You know, whenever I've got vinegar, all of the resources that need to be moved down to the other, the multi-cooking station, they're all being moved down. The peppers, barely grown at all. Tomatoes have been barely grown because the gardeners are just literally going between... Are you off? Yeah, you're off. You're literally just away. Great, so we don't have a single gardener in this area. That's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. And the problem is that I just do not have the ability to... I don't have the ability to tie... I mean, look at that. They're all 3 in transit right now. It would be so nice if I could just say, hey, I'm gonna tie this gardener right here to this hub. You know, this this little area of control. That would be great. That would be perfect, because that is all entirely within a greenhouse, and it means that they would undertake all of their stuff here. I don't need them driving between 2 different areas. I just need them operating, you know, very simply in this greenhouse, and I just need them to be doing all of the stuff that they need to be doing. Otherwise, it's not going to get done, which is a which is a real shame. Right, let's go and check on this facility over here. Yeah, I mean, we were making some really, really great progress with the peppers, and then, of course, I migrated up to the... What have you got? Iron parts? Great, fine. I migrated up to the other greenhouse, and here you come. Started planting strawberries, and, of course, that was a huge deal. But, yeah, I would guess pretty much the same situation over here. Loads and loads of stuff that needs to be watered. That's just not really... There we go, happening. Because we only need to grow, like, another... We only need to grow another few peppers, to be honest. It's not that many. And it doesn't even look like the gardeners are doing that much when they're down here. That's just really, really weird. I don't know. I mean, only got a few more peppers there to grow. Got a few more peppers here to grow, but yeah, just don't seem to be growing them. How about in the multi-cooker? We've got some vinegar down here, which is great. There we go. Resources being delivered. Love to see it. And let's see if we can try and produce some vegetable ragu. Rag out. Sure. Whatever. Who cares? Either way, it's looking good. So, like, when when we do start going, things definitely work. And we got loads of goodies. In fact, we got loads and loads of vinegar. It's 1 vinegar to produce 2. So I don't think we'll quite have enough. But we're not gonna be too far away. So yep, that's good. It's gonna be the rest of our peppers. A few extra bits of greenery as well. Oh, gardener, you've decided to make a long-awaited appearance. Fantastic, just great. This is utterly chaotic, but it's actually fine. If we plant some more of these. Should be alright. There we go. Looking good. Get that all watered. Very nice. And that should count. That should basically get us towards the pepper cap, which is quite nice. Vinegar. Do we have the resources for vinegar? Vinegar is just sugar and alcohol. And I could make 3 alcohol down here, but I couldn't make any sugar. We've got 2 alcohol already. And we got sugar here. Huh. Sure. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Look, the crafting part is the bit that is going best. Quite honestly. There we go. Water you. Interact with you. Harvest. We're maybe a little bit maxed out on space in my inventory here. Could be worth building another chest. Might be worth building a chest just so that my non-gardening robots have got something to do. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do this yourself, if you're gonna play around with the playtest, I would strongly advise growing all of your peppers, all of your beetroots, all of your tomatoes, all of your peppers, etc. Grow them all in a single greenhouse, because otherwise, I mean, I don't even know what the point of building the second one is. I mean, because it just makes traversal so unbelievably inefficient. It really is. There we go. Put all sort. I don't know why I put that in there. Yeah, take this alcohol. Great. Craft like 3 more bits of alcohol. Sure, we can do that. What am I at? 92 out of 128. I can get across the line. 64 vinegar. We can do this. We can do this. Well, I think that will be the appropriate amount of vinegar. Boy, this has taken such an unbelievably long time, and for pretty much no reason, as far as I can see it. That is all of my strawberries in there. This is the alcohol component, obviously, of the vinegar, which I can make either up here or indeed down there. Doesn't really matter where I make it, to be honest, as long as I make it somewhere. That's going to be the last few bits and bobs that I need. Brilliant. Task completed. Fantastic. One more. And that is good. Then I'll hop these out over here. The sun is just setting. Let's see how many gardeners we run into along the journey. Looks like I'm following in the tail of 1. Only 1? That's actually remarkably good for a change. Right. So, in here, vinegar in, vegetable, ragu, rag out, whatever. Let's get it done. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. All right, so we get two per craft, and I think we've got just enough vinegar. So I need to deliver 32 vegetables to the city via the cargo station. I also need to get a few more peppers, which I am convinced I have. Don't tell me I don't have enough peppers. Don't tell me I don't have enough peppers. 4 more peppers, is that going to be enough? Please be enough. Harvest some more stems, just in case. And then plant them here. Alongside the other 2, which need to be watered. There we go. That's what? That's 116. I really thought I would have enough peppers here. So another 2 more. Maybe there's more pepper stems here. Of course there's more pepper stems here. To be fair, I don't have any orders at the moment for more pepper stems, which I suppose is excusable. I suppose that is excusable. Let's get a few more. That is not what I wanted to do. Let's get a few more planted. We really do not need that many. We need a few. I'm pretty sure somebody has pilfered a pepper. Somebody has pilfered a pepper, and it's gone somewhere that I don't know. Yeah, I knew it. See, I knew it. Somebody had been... That loader right there. You made off with the peppers. I knew that was the case. I knew that was happening. Right. Because that is enough. That is enough peppers, and I thought we would already have enough peppers as part of this mission to get the job done. So, there we go. 4 more flipping peppers. Somebody else has pilfered the peppers. Right. There we go. I'm not sweating the small stuff. Get that in there. Get 1 more done. Great. Fantastic. Yoink that. Yoink all of these things, because I've worked too flipping hard not to take them all. I mean, the robots could be dropping them all over the flipping surface of Mars for all that I know. On all the little crazy little expeditions that they're going on, but that's fine. I'm not getting distracted. I'm not worried. I'm just gonna go to the cargo station. I'm gonna interact with the cargo station. We're gonna set this. We're gonna do select resources, select them all, send drone to the city. The drone is gonna take off. It's gonna take the resources. Hallelujah. That's gonna be it. When is it gonna arrive at the city? 58 seconds. And then we will be done. Well, there we go. The drone is officially registered that the delivery has been made. And that makes me happy. Grow 1,200 strawberries, 150 beets, 150 potatoes, 224 alcohol, 75 sugar, 150 vinegar, 150 starch, 150 plastic. Yeah, maybe not, given the issues that I've had with my little robots. Look, if you're going to check out the playtest for yourself, just know, I think the promise of this game is immense. I think it's really, really interesting. I really want to play around more with all of the little robots and seeing where they go and how they, manage. But I mean, I'm sorry, this just doesn't need to be as spread out. I mean, you spend so much time just walking around doing nothing, and the automation elements, the prioritization elements of what the robots are gonna do, that absolutely needs to be fixed before launch, because you can't have a situation where you got robots that are, constantly going back and forth between different stations. Definitely need some more prioritization mechanics for that. Also, the tutorial is very, very in-depth and very, very frustrating at some points. But look, I go back to what I said. I like what I see here. I want to see more. Definitely going to be checking it out later. I just hope that the improvements can be made along with what I've said. Anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.